you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before.
Welcome back to another video, or if you are brand new here and this is the very first time you're ever seeing my face, what's up? I am Jen. I have another what's for dinner video for you guys. This has, I believe, 4 dinners in it over the course of the last couple weeks. I don't film all the time because you guys know I pretty much stick to the same repeat dinners on rotation, like week after week. I try to switch it up some, but sticking to the basics and repeat just is what works for me. Keeps me on track. It makes life easy. It makes meal plans easier, all of that. So I try to just film the ones either that I haven't brought to you guys in a while or are new to me, or ones that I just throw together really quick that I think you guys can benefit from as well. Because I know so many of you are busy, don't want to spend a ton of the time in the kitchen cooking and all of that. So I try to bring as many quick, easy recipes that are delicious, low calorie, high protein, because that's what I focus on. So hopefully some of these ideas hit all those markers for you. If you guys want to go ahead and check out the dinners that I have in this week's What's for Dinner video, just keep watching. Tonight we are making some honey garlic shrimp pasta. I haven't made this before. I'm kind of just throwing some stuff together and prayerfully it comes out good. If you're seeing this, then that means it tasted good. But I have 23 ounces of the Gulf shrimp that I get from Sam's Club here, a bag of the Great Value broccoli florets. I am using some of the Barilla protein pasta. You guys know I'm a big fan of the Bonza pasta. I've never tried the Barilla, but I hear everybody rave about it. It has pretty similar macros, or the same, I think. So we're going to be trying that. I have some organic unfiltered honey here. I'm going to throw some of the buttery steakhouse in there just to give it like a little buttery flavoring without having to actually use butter. A little bit of the Italian blend, parsley, and of course minced garlic. I already have the pasta boiling over here. That's almost ready. The shrimp and broccoli will only take a couple minutes, so I will throw that in and I'll show you the next step. Sauteed the shrimp just for a couple minutes, and then I steam the broccoli in the microwave. That way it's already done and I can just saute this together and dinner will be ready to rock and roll. And now I'm just gonna throw the pasta in there and mix it all up. So I just had hubby try it and it's not like saucy enough, or it wasn't, so I ended up adding a little bit more honey. I added 24 grams of butter and I also threw some Worcestershire sauce in there. And now I think that's going to do the trick. So we're getting ready to plate it up. Much better now. Plated it up. And I have a little more than a serving because I have room in my macros today. But one serving of this, 340 calories, 33 grams of protein, and 36 net carbs. But I have a little over a serving. So this bowl is 460 calories, 45 grams of protein, and 49 net carbs. So for tonight's dinner, I am making a sweet and sour chicken and cauliflower rice. I made a version of this like last week or the week before with pork, so I wanted to do the same thing again because it was bomb, just with chicken breast tenderloins tonight. So I have a bunch of tenderloins here. I'm getting ready to dice those up in bite-sized pieces. In here I have some Kinder's buttery steakhouse seasoning, a couple tablespoons of flour, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Just gonna mix this all up together, toss my diced chicken in there, and then throw it in the air fryer. Okay, so I've just tossed the pieces of chicken in there, and as you can tell, it is not a lot of flour and cornstarch. Like I said, there was only a couple tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and the seasonings, and just lightly cover them. And now I'm gonna toss them in the air fryer on 400 for about 10-12 minutes or so, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so this one's a little bit different than I made the pork one, just because I'm using what I have on hand. I had a red onion that I needed to go ahead and use up, so I just chopped that up. And then with the pork one, I used 2 of this teriyaki veggie full, which has the pineapple, carrots, peas, sweet and savory seasonings with the rice cauliflower. But this time I'm going to use 1 of those, and also this Parmesan herb one, which has diced butternut squash and parsley in it. Just because that's what I have on hand, it's still going to be awesome, because this is the star of the show, the G Hughes sugar-free sweet chili sauce. This stuff is bomb, and I'll be adding that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get my onions sauteed up, and then I'm going to add the rice cauliflower to the onions and saute it down a little bit before I add the chicken from the air fryer. You could just steam these in the microwave if you want, of course, but I find that they hold a lot more moisture that way, so I just like to pan fry them. I wish you guys could see the color of that. It's so gorgeous. Chicken is done. Just gonna dump it right in. And my chicken was still a tad bit frozen, so I ended up actually having it in the air fryer for about 17 minutes. You don't have to like fully cook it through though, because it's going to continue to cook in the pan as you saute it with the cauliflower rice and add your sauce and just kind of let it simmer on low. All the awesome flavors marry together, but mine was a little bit frozen, so I left it in there for a few extra minutes. Also, pro tip for my fellow food trackers out there, if you were like using sauces or whatever, so you don't have to weigh it up in dirty extra dishes and all of that separately, just zero it out once you have it on your food scale and then dump a little bit at a time. So we'll go ahead and add a little bit here, then we'll put it back on, and I'm at 53, 52, make up your mind, 52 grams right now, and I'm going to add about 60, 65 grams or so, so I'll just add a little bit at a time. That makes life a ton easier, and this already smells bomb. Just like that, dinner is done. Couldn't be easier, and it is absolutely delicious. Just plated this up, and I've already tasted it. It is absolutely delicious and super quick to throw together. This bowl for one serving is 310 calories, 39 grams of protein, and 24 net carbs. If you did just 2 of the teriyaki cauliflower rice bags, then it would be a little less calorie and less carbs, but this is still awesome macros. Okay, so we have another slider dinner recipe coming at you guys. I am making some Big Mac sliders. I actually got inspired from one of Elise Ellis's recipes that Nicole has made quite a few times now, and she says they are bomb. I am not following that recipe exactly, but I have some of these sweet Hawaiian rolls. That's what the fam is going to have, which I could have these too. The macros are pretty decent, 70 calories a piece and 3 grams protein, but I am going to be going in with the Chompies. You guys know that I absolutely love these. They are 58 calories for one roll and 7 grams protein, so absolutely killer, and I still had some in the freezer, so I'm going to go in with those. Got some of the other ones for the fam. Okay, and for the sauce that I am throwing on there, I made it with some of the 0% Fage Greek yogurt just because I had a container in the fridge that I needed to go ahead and use up. You could use light mayo if you want to. In the past, when I used to make Big Mac sauce, it's kind of similar to Thousand Island, so you would just use like a mayo, ketchup, some dill relish, mustard. I normally like sweet relish in it, so I just add some monk fruit extract drops just to give it that little bit of extra sweetness, and then whatever seasonings you want. I threw in some of this Italian blend because that's what I have on hand, but just onion powder, garlic powder, like salt, pepper, just your basic seasonings. So I am going to spread that on both sides of the rolls here, and then I have a little over 2 pounds of 96% lean ground beef in here that I also threw some of this Kinder's Italian seasoning in. I'm out of all my other Kinder seasoning, and this was just easy, so I threw it in there. And then I dumped in probably about half of this container of the chopped onion flakes, and that's it for the meat. And then for the cheese, I'm just going to use some of this Mexican style Velveeta shreds because that's what I have on hand, and I'm just going to assemble these babies all together and toss them in the oven. Okay, I almost forgot to tell you guys about the pickles. I had some dill pickle slices. I only had a few left in my jar, so I used those, but I had some of these little fresh sliced dill pickle bags that I got from Sam's, so I threw those on there. Now I'm just going to throw the tops right on, spray them with some avocado oil. If you want to brush them with butter, that would be awesome and delicious, but your girl's saving calories, so I'm just going to spray it with avocado oil. Toss some of these sesame seeds on top, and in the oven it goes. Just really to melt the cheese, make everything warm and crispy and delicious, and then I'll show you what we're pairing it with. Okay guys, so here is dinner all plated up. I have 3 of these little gems here, and I already just tasted the meat. It's like spot on Big Mac vibes. I'm so excited because I'm like beyond starving. Then I just have some of the little Potato Company potatoes. I throw in the air fryer. I cut them right in half. Spray them with avocado oil, and then some of this Noble Made Classic Barbecue. I get this from Thrive, and it is delicious. Love it on sweet potato fries also. And then here I have some of the G. Hughes sugar-free ketchup, and this entire plate is 619 calories, 74 grams of protein and 42 net carbs. You totally could just do 2 of these, but I was already kind of slacking on my calories today anyways, so I'm going in with 3 and I'm starving and ready to tear this up. I'll keep you guys posted. And I can't link Elise Ellis's original recipe down below because it comes in one of her meal plans, but Nicole Burgess has a discount code if you guys want to sign up and get her monthly meal plan, so I'll link that down below. Okay, so here's what we have going on for dinner tonight. Another super quick and easy dinner. I have some pork loin that I cut up some weeks back. I got like a huge pork loin from Sam's Club, and I got a ton of pork chops out of it and just separated them in Ziplocs in the freezer. Pulled one out and it has 7 pork chops here. I just sprayed them with some avocado oil. You could drudge these in like breadcrumbs or pork rinds or whatever you use for a breading, but I didn't want to go that route. I wanted it super easy tonight, so I just put a ton of seasoning on there, and it kind of like gives it that crispy edge that you want when you cook it in the air fryer. So do both sides. Normally I would do like a Kinder's buttery seasoning or something like that on here, a complete seasoning, but I'm out of those. I have to pick those up in my next Sam's haul. So I just went in with what I had. I threw some of the Kinder's Italian blend on there, some of this classic Noble Made barbecue seasoning, which is bomb, and then I'm going to throw some of these chopped onion flakes on there. Going to throw them in the air fryer on 400. I'm going to fry up some green beans to go with them and throw a couple sweet potatoes in the microwave, and just like that, dinner will be ready. The camera is not doing justice for the gorgeous color that these are right now, and the smell is already like 10 out of 10. Going to start these at 400 and about 12 minutes or so, I'll check them, flip them, and then put them back on. Less than 20 minutes and dinner is done. Absolutely delicious. These pork chops cook up really, really quick in the air fryer. And with all that seasoning, you can see, if it would focus, how juicy and awesome they are. And these fried green beans have been like my go-to. Like the last couple weeks, I've been obsessed with them. I just saute them in a pan with some avocado oil, and then I throw some of the Kinder seasoning on there, and they are like 10 out of 10. Throw a little bit of bacon bits in there. I'm out of those tonight, but I've been throwing those in, and they are absolutely delicious. Then I have a sweet potato here, and the entire plate is clocking in at 424 calories and 34 grams of protein. All right, guys, so that'll do it for this What's for Dinner video. Pop down in the comments below some meals that you guys have on rotation or repeat that are quick, easy, low calorie, high protein that you absolutely love. I would love to get new ideas from you guys as well, just so we can throw some new stuff in the rotation and keep our health journey spicy and yummy and quick in the kitchen. If you guys enjoy these kind of videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, all the things. I appreciate it more than you guys know. If you aren't subscribed, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and become part of the YouTube crew here, where we share all meals, macros, workouts, motivation, all the things to keep us trucking along on our health journey. As usual, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.